My name is Daniel Deck, and I work at Cox South in the engineering department. I started out in the boiler room, but I've been there almost 28 years now.
My previous job was working in the therapy department, and we had one patient in particular who had a pretty severe case of CP. Back in his younger years, he had been given or had purchased a reverse walker, something that would allow him to stand up. He had a lot of spasticity, so just really couldn't function well without it. It had been kind of torn up a little bit and stuff, and so a lot of rust on it, just kind of worn down.
And this patient's father had been keeping this walker alive, adjusting it and tinkering on it, but he had recently passed away, and so they had no one to work on this.
So Daniel, who works with our therapy department a lot, had caught wind of this, and he jumped in and said, "Hey, I can do this."
And it was a Friday afternoon, so I just wheeled it to my truck and took it home to work on it over the weekend.
So he talked to the family. He actually came over and wanted to kind of interview the person and find out a little bit more about, okay, what's your favorite color? What are some of the things that you like? Because he didn't want to just do it, he wanted to do it and make it personal. You know, that's just kind of the guy that he is.
And I had it in the garage and up on a work table, and my wife Janice comes out in the garage and she says, "What is that?" And I really didn't know how to explain it to her. I just said, "Well, this is a project."
Stripped it down, sanded it all, repainted it, refurbished everything, and brought it back.
And we have a upholstery company out of Bolivar that the hospital works with, and I reached out to them, and they reupholstered the back and even embroidered the patient's initials into them. And I tried to pay for the wheels, the powder coating, the upholstery, but no one would take any money.
Once the device was done, Daniel was then able to bring it in, and we were able to actually pair Daniel and the patient up together to kind of make the presentation.
And they presented this walker to him, and he typed in on his little computer there and said, "Oh, thank you very much." And at that point, I kind of got a little teary-eyed.
Ecstatic. Patient and family were just over the moon, thankful for what he had done. Daniel provided this patient with something that really helped to improve the quality of his life. Here he saw a need and an opportunity to directly support a patient, which again, you tie back to that, being the best for those that need us. You can't be any better.
But that's kind of the story.